love begins with you. Tell me what you want to do to that partner when you get married to him. Don't tell me what you want him to do to you. That is not love. Tell me how you're preparing yourself. Tell me how you're getting ready. When I get married to my husband, I am going to love him. God, make me to be the right person. There is a me in me that can bless my partner. Let those virtues come out from me so that anywhere I go, I'll be like the tree planted by the riverside, bearing it. And I want to teach us how to cook and how to cook on time. How to cook and how to cook fast. I say it all the time. When I say my father-in-law paid me allowance for 4 years, some people hear it and they wonder. The reason why I am wearing this now is not because I wear it when I'm cooking in the house. The reason why I'm wearing it now is because I don't want my dress to be so you must wear it. You have your casual dress in the house. You must not wear. But if you want to wear, it's good. But at least you must cover the head. Hallelujah. Let's open our Bibles to the book of Genesis, chapter number 27. Genesis 27. Genesis 27. And it came to pass that when Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son, and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here I am. And he said, Behold, now I am old. I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. When I read this scripture, I wanted to find out why Esau, Rebecca was still alive. So why call Esau to cook? But it was so clear. The reason why he called Esau was because he wanted to bless. Listen, how can you bring together cooking and blessing? How can you merge it together? If I eat, I will bless. So that is what happens when you want to cook. Because you're giving somebody what to give him life. You're giving somebody what will sustain him. Isaac didn't call on Esau because he was tired of eating Rebecca's food. No, he just wanted to bless her. So that means that when I want to be blessed, I can strategically cook. When I want to be blessed, I can strategically, plan my cooking in such a way that I'll be so blessed. Okay, we want to make vegetable soup. We want to make vegetable soup, and this is the meat. Be looking at the time, and I have my phone. Because eventually my phone will ring. Set the time. Let's see whether we can actually finish cooking on time. And then it's been washed well, Abby. Okay, Chi. Has it been washed? Okay. Let's take it that we have already washed the meat. And I have washed my hands. Okay, but I'm going to wash whatever I'm using to cook, so that we won't waste time in cooking. Somebody asked me a question recently. She said to me, Mommy, how do you cook and cook so fast? Okay? I was here now when you just entered. How did you do it? This is the only thing I use to mesmerize my father-in-law. Most times when I come back from school, he will still be upstairs. I will just shout and say, Papa, good afternoon, sir. And he will answer, waiting for me to come back, to come upstairs and greet him. In few minutes, I had diced the yam, cut it tiny, tiny, put it on the gas, and by the time I will bring out the mortar to wash him, I'll be going with his food. He never understood how I kept doing it. Now, this is the onion. I know if I call somebody here now, maybe, don't worry, I'm going to replace your gas. If you don't find out, I decided to make it small, but preferably, if you pound it together with the pepper, it will come out tastier. Onion is very powerful. Maybe I won't. Okay, let me just try something else. Then this is the onion, and then this is the onion. Now, be looking at our time. And I love to cook with Ghana pepper because I love the taste. It has a wonderful taste. But this is vegetable soup. So we do it in such a way that we won't eat it and not want to eat again. And then this is salt. We just add a little salt. And then I love Royco so much. I love Royco. I don't know why, but I prefer it. And then I put the is when you're cooking, don't light your gas and leave it on. This is what I got now. This is the three of them. It's just pepper and onion, salt, and maggi. And what am I using? I'm using goat meat. I'm using goat meat and cow meat, and then a little of the kanda. Now, see what I want to do. While the meat is on fire, this is the water leaf. A lot of times, we spend time picking them. You don't have to pick them because the stem is also very good. When you remove that thread, just the way it is, turn it around and pick out all the flowers. Everything here is vegetable. Turn it around, open it. Don't pick them one by one. I know somebody who cooks vegetable soup for 3 hours because she takes a lot and a lot of time trying to pick them. This is the easiest soup to cook. So if you remove all the stem and all the flowers, then put it like this. Just these two. I didn't want to cut it before bringing it. Just these two will be okay. And open it and make sure there is no earthworm inside. If there's anything you don't like, remove it. And then take a little salt and add to the vegetable. And then add your water. It won't take time. Then, this is the water. Let's wash it the first time. While the meat is on the fire, let's wash it. Wash it this way. Remember there is salt. And you also be checking your time. This is the first time. Please, can you help me pour this water? I'm ready. Hello? Please call me back. I'm cooking. Turn it off and keep it. It might be funny, but I know what I'm saying. There is nothing like honestly, you will make mistakes. Honey, I'm in the kitchen. Honey, just give me a few minutes. Let me finish just with what I have in my hands. Keep it. Probably you are washing the vegetable. That's a good question. What if it's your husband? You can't answer the call with the vegetable in your... If it's me, honey, just give me a second. And I will tidy up and wash my hands. Because even the water is not good for the phone. And the fire is not good for the phone too. So you two don't get burnt. And you just answer and you drop it. But there are times that protocols are broken. There are times, if it's somebody like me, and I get a call, Jesus Christ, Pastor David Obueli, lower it so that I will give it time to allow me get done with this. Reduce it a little. Or Dr. Paul Enenche, I have to, who knows whether Jehovah said, call her now and prophesy into her life. There are times when protocols are broken. And not, hello, hey, how now? Where you there? Hold on. And you turn off your gas. Hungry. So you keep the phone and then wash the vegetable. You know it's good to put the vegetable before you add the water. So that you know the quantity of water that you need. It's on the vegetable. Look at the water now. It's very clean. If the water is not clean, don't cut it. Don't say you have washed it 2 times and the water is dirty and you want to cut. Wash according to the color of the water that you are using. And the more you do it this way, every sand in the vegetable will go down. And then, where are you going to cut it? Let's say here. Then you rinse it again. I've already rinsed. And then you get your cutter. And you start immediately. Remember, the meat is... Now, let me see. It has already started boiling. I have somebody who will never take her meat. And will never know whether she has enough magic until the food is done. Taste it now. Everything is only please don't add butter when you're cooking. Not the little quantity of water that you need. Now that you have added water, cover it. And now add your stockfish. Wash here. Wash the stockfish. Please try to open the inside and remove the bones. Remove the bones. Yes, some are so strong. Most times, I normally taste it. There are some that are very strong, so you can also steam a little. But if you just wash very well and try to open the mouth, if you can't open the mouth, you use something like spoon. Any little opening, pour your water inside and wash it well so that you take off everything that is inside, and then you can add it. Then, if you're adding fish, also I know of a woman, she has a special sponge to wash. Give me the handkerchief. She has a special sponge to wash her fish, just for washing fish alone. It's like a foam that she uses to, you know, you can also use soap if you want. Yes, a little tiny Morning Fresh. And put just a little in the foam and clean it if the fish is very dirty. For me personally, I like to cook it this way. I don't like to open it because most times when you open it, But because I have little children, if you cook it this way, definitely it will open on itself. And if it opens, the tiny, tiny bones will be inside. And you can never tell whether a child will eat it. So to be on the safe side, open it. Open it and remove the bones. Yes. You can use also to wash it. Open it and remove the head. You don't need the head. Even if your husband is broad-jawed, who would like the head, you can keep it separate for him. Can I have another water? Okay, don't worry. I want to do this all alone so that you will know you don't actually need help in cooking. The fish is very clean because we had also taken time to clean them. I didn't add the head. So you also add it. It's boiling and you leave it. Don't let the meat become catapult, where you have to draw it with your teeth. If you started eating it, two will be off because you were trying to cut it. It's still boiling. Look at the size of the quantity of water is here because the vegetable is not much. Okay, but I made a mistake because I would have told you everything I was using. We had added the goat's meat, the red meat, and the kanda, and then Ghana pepper, roiko, salt, oil. This is the afan, so we are making okazi and water leaf. And then I will now cut it. Normally, I prefer cutting without cutter. It's easier for me. I don't like cutting with cutter, but it's not good because you might not be like me. So don't throw away all these stems. If they are very soft, cut them. And we are also looking at anybody that is cooking and doesn't look at the time is a bad cook. There is no way you'll be cooking and you won't be, at least by now, you should know how many minutes it takes red meat to get done. If you have pressure cooker, you should know. Add your water and you time it. 10 minutes, you know how it will be when it's 10 minutes. You know how it will be when it's 15 minutes. When it's 15 minutes, it will be very soft. So if you're going to add ripe plantain like me, bring it down by 11 minutes so that adding the ripe plantain will now help it to get done very well. So see what I'm doing. This is the water leaf, and as you're cutting, and somebody can also call my phone again. Because it's not possible that you will cook and your phone will ring. Most of the time, it will ring 3 times. Do you think I can pick the phone now? The only way I can pick it is to drop what I'm doing. Dry my hands and then pick it. But I mustn't pick it. Especially I've looked at the number and it's Jude who is calling me. And I know that the reason why he's calling me is, Mommy, we need to change the keyboard. I don't think I need keyboard now. What I need now is to eat so it can ring. I won't bother. But if it's my husband that is calling, and once he's Oga, everything should stand at attention. Let me give attention to him. Who knows why he's calling me now? So while I'm cutting it and he's calling, I can leave it here. I can dry my hands. Please, if you don't have a kitchen towel, get one today. Don't use your dress. Don't use it. Get a kitchen towel. And you answer and you say, okay, it's honey. Put it on speakerphone. Honey, Okay, sorry. I didn't pick it when you were calling. You're sounding so faint. Yes. Only because I'm in the kitchen and I'm cutting vegetable. Okay, Name, I just wanted to know how you are. Well, honey, thank you. Don't bother. You're not the one that called. When he hangs, he will drop. He will drop on his own. So leave it there. So that I know so many men that come to me and they complain. What we are doing here is not a joke. They complain, my wife, nke cooking, mommy, happen. I've already taken it away. Maybe that is how my God wants it. It's not true. Don't forget that you have meat on the fire. Still go back again. You remember I added water. So let's see whether added water and added salt. Okay, you have to leave it. Please, do not do this. Or you do this. Don't do this. Don't do it. Biko, don't do it. Only do this one. Biko, don't do that one. Because we don't know what is in the saliva. Don't do it. Taste it again. Anybody running away from mathematics, whether you are a lawyer or a trader, you're cheating yourself. Because it comes in everything you do. Now, the taste now, to be a mother is not easy. The taste of the soup now will help me to calculate. By the time I add water leaf and okazi, will I still have this taste? Do you understand? By the time I add my water leaf and this okazi, will I have, okay, yes, I will have it because I haven't added my crayfish yet. If I add crayfish, it's going to be sweeter. Be checking the time. You take your crayfish, and then you add. I've been trying to touch the... Okay, is it good to taste the meat? Yes. But please, don't finish the meat. Tasting and eating is not the same. Taste it. It's soft. For this one, please, don't talk. When you are checking it, hey, please, we might have a visitor. If it's you and your husband and children, no problem. After all, the man kisses you. If you're married, though, this thing I'm teaching now, no single should go and cook. No single leg should go and cook for one brother. Don't cook for brother Jew. Don't cook for brother. Don't cook for him. He should go and marry. Then you add your crayfish. As I'm doing this, I am tidying up at the same. There is nothing like I am washing plates. Plate is not a major task in the home. Mommy, what are you? Chichi, what are you doing? Mommy, I'm washing plates. What were you doing when you were cooking it? As you're doing it, you are tidying up immediately. Like when I now finish, then we will give you 1 hour so that you now begin to wash plates. It is not done. The reason why I'm not washing it now is because there is no sink. That is why in the altar of singles and married in our permanent site, we will have kitchen by the corner. Because that is what we do. See, adding the crayfish has actually taken the water of the soup a little. We don't want to cook this food and it will be watery. No. As you're doing it, you're also gauging it. Look at the quantity of your cash. We pounded. So with this and with this, remember before we give us a little water. Now wait. How many Wonderful. We have added the crayfish and we are letting it. Then, now, some people at this point, somebody can add the oil first. Which one comes first is not really necessary. For me, what do? I normally add my okazi first and allow the okazi to get inside for me now, I'm going to add the red oil lamp. So I'm also gauging it. You wouldn't make mistake by adding too much water in the beginning. If you add too much water and you reduce it, it will affect the taste because it's going to take some part of the taste of both the meat and the fish. Then you take the vegetable. At least the okazi is done. Just 2 minutes is done. As you're doing it, you're tidying up immediately. Why would let me use the kitchen towel. Why would everywhere be scattered? Because Nkechi was cooking in the kitchen. It's not proper. You can cook. You can imagine what a man, my father-in-law, saw. And he said this one deserves an allowance. Cooking. I am not a caterer. And then he's done. So you now add as you're adding the water leaf, you are adding the oil at the same time. Because of cholesterol, you have to be careful. But at least because vegetable, it's not for it. If your father wants to add a back. Okay. Man will I will do something love again. It's not possible. Don't you like it? Isn't it, even looking at it alone? Come and taste it. Please come. The same thing. No difference.
Love begins with you. Tell me what you want to do to that partner when you get married to him. Don't tell me what you want him to do to you. That is not love. Tell me how you're preparing yourself. Tell me how you're getting ready. When I get married to my husband, I am going to love him. God, make me to be the right person. There is a me in me that can bless my partner. Let those virtues come out from me so that anywhere I go, I'll be like the tree planted by the river, bearing it. Love begins with you. Tell me what you want to do to that partner when you get married to him. Don't tell me what you want him to do to you. That is not love. Tell me how you're preparing yourself. Tell me how you're getting ready. When I get married to my husband, I am going to love him. God, make me to be the right person. There is a me in me that can bless my partner. Let those virtues come out from me so that anywhere I go, I'll be like the tree planted by the river, bearing it.
Now, let me tell you why it shouldn't take longer. Anytime I'm cooking, if I'm cooking soup, once I start cooking, I will put hot water on the fire. so that the speed at which the pot was boiling will never reduce until I get done. Did you hear what I said? Once I start cooking now, I'm used to it. I will just put hot water so that when the meat is done, instead of adding cold water and it will start all over again, I will take the boiling water and add, and everything will boil at the same time. Whether you're cooking for a big one, I don't cook for a family of my nuclear family, no. I can make soup on Monday. By Wednesday, it's still my archbishop's wife asked me, "Why is your now the way it is now? Once I'm bringing it out from the pot straight to the freezer, I will put it in the plate and I will leave it to just get. In fact, I will turn off the gas before I add the last vegetable. I will turn off the gas and then add water leaf and oil and tongue. So that anytime I will warm it, it will now get done that time. If I cook vegetable on Monday, if you're eating it in my house on Wednesday, it will remain the same. I am telling you. You will wonder whether I made it that time. Neither did I cook the stock and didn't add vegetable. No. She asked me, why is it that your vegetable is always fresh? So once, if I'm about to add the water leaf, I will turn off the gas, add the water leaf and the red oil, and bring out the ones for the freezer. Leave it and it will get cold a little. Then when we want to eat, the remaining, I will heat again for us to eat. And that one that I now added a little fire, I will now be doing it anytime we're eating it. Can we cover it? Rebecca said, okay. He said you should go and, okay, don't worry, I have another one. He said you should go and get him, don't worry. Look at what she said. Look at what Rebecca said. So, Rebecca now cornered Jacob. Verse 5. That was when Rebecca had it. Now, let's see what Rebecca did. Where Rebecca said, the way he likes it. I will cook it for him the way he likes it. That's what I'm looking for. To the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good keys of the goat, and I will make him. Let me cover it to avoid flies, and I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth it. So she knew the key to get to the man's heart. If I'm cooking for 10, I will do the same thing. I wouldn't use a cam gas. If I'm cooking for 10, I will use the bigger gas, the bigger mouth of the gas. If I'm using stove, I will increase it. I cook, I look at the time. I don't mind the stove dirtying the pot, but let the food come out early. I can wash the pot later. Do you understand? There's nothing like, let me leave it at the low. Somebody is very hungry. And I don't want to expose somebody to start going out to eat fast food. So I will increase if I'm using a stove. But I prefer to cook with gas. And I do all my cooking, no matter how busy I am, myself, any other person can warm it. Once I enter the kitchen, you need to see the expression in my husband's face. Honey, or not there? Oh, good. Unconsciously. Unconsciously. Is it, honey? Honey, are you in the kitchen? Yes. Oh, good. He will just say it. Oh, good. Because in the next few minutes, my father-in-law looked at me and said, "Nem, and it will come out good." How did you do catering? But it will shock you. I never knew how to cook until I went for Yusuf. I was not given the opportunity. I loved it, but nobody. A lot of young girls derive joy. My mommy does the cooking. Don't say my mommy does the cooking. Say my mommy did the killing. Because she actually killed me. She wanted to destroy an important aspect of my life. That thing she's using to keep my father, she hasn't transferred to me. And I'm happy because my mommy does the cooking. Can you ask me your questions? Our food is ready. Ewo, vegetable. It wasn't a battle. I think it would be better the person who cooked should also, this way, should also sweep it. It doesn't take time. Don't sweep with the mouth of the broom, with the tip of the broom. Bend down and just sweep them out. That is all. The man, if you're a woman, is it only meant for women to be cooking? No. No. Oh yes, that is love. Because something can start right there in the kitchen. I'm telling you. Okay, you can now sweep it. At least can we move this out and have the lectern?
Time limit in which food is supposed to be cooked.
Yes, depending on the time you started cooking. If you started cooking, how many minutes did we spend in cooking now? Check it whether you have ever done that. Maybe after some time, you leave it. And you go and sit down and watch a little home video. And the meat will get done, and you can even reduce the gas. Just because you wanted. No, don't waste time. In 30 minutes now, we made soup that can serve at least 7 people. At least 7 people can comfortably eat what we just cooked now. Is the curry ready? Okay, we want to watch Sister Ngozi. We'll bring it. Come and sit here. It's not easy to be pregnant. It's not. It's not. So serve yourself. This is a buffet. So take and don't feel anyhow when you're taking the meat. Do justice to it. Okay. So you should time yourself. In 30 minutes now, we made soup. And let's just say that your husband just entered with 3 guests. They will not be hungry. Or he entered with 4 guests. They won't be hungry. And I have a molder. I use my mold for my rice. So that's what I use now. When people come, even the service alone, the way you serve the food is also inviting. So I use the mold. There is no reason why somebody should eat. Look at the size of garri that she took. There is no reason why somebody should eat and remain. I mean, it's a waste and it's a sin. Take the little quantity you can eat. The little quantity you can eat. If you need more, come for more. It will be better. So it's not civilization that you wasted somebody's food and you took the sit. It's divine promotion. It's not civilization. It's not civilization that somebody gave you hard-earned money that he used to buy food and you took the bone. To be honest, everybody who knows me knows. Eat the flesh, give me the bone. My best part of chicken is the leg and the wing. This is my molder. If you come to my house now, open this, and you want to eat garri, this is what I will comfortably do. Even the way I wrapped it, and I'll put out, and I mold my rice. I will. The Bible says when you ask, you shall receive. I mold the garri, and if you see the molded rice, even if you're not hungry, you will want to eat. You just take them, especially fried rice. Take the molder and hold it, put the rice, and let it, compress it a little. Turn it, and put sliced tomatoes by the side and chicken or fish, ice fish, whatever. When you're carrying it, somebody's eyes is following the plate. The mother. The size of the gari, you might think is small until you start eating it. Do you understand? You might think the gari is small, but wait until you start. When you start eating it, then you will see that it's not small. I use it. So time yourself and then time of eating. How many minutes do I waste in eating? Come, Etienne. Etienne, come. Have you seen Etienne eat before? I live with him, so I know. Etienne will start eating by 6. 10 minutes past 6. Etienne, mommy, I dey eat. 15 minutes. Have you finished? It remains small. 20 minutes. Now that one just they finish the food. So if you have husband like Etienne, you need to cook well so that he won't now waste 20 minutes. He will waste 30 in doing justice to it. Please, what is she doing now? Or by eating? Or a phone? Sorry. And the phone starts ringing. Hello? 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 You will kill yourself. Ezioku. You will injure yourself. Take it easy. If the call is so important, it will come back again. It will come back. You don't have to kill yourself because you didn't answer a call. Make sure you repeat the call. If you didn't call back, if you see the person, there must be a reason. Make explanation. Say sorry. Please, I'm sorry. It was not intentional. I was so busy. And I said I was going to come back. He skipped me. God knows it's a sincere answer. It's not up to 1 hour. Somebody is already eating. If you know you have cooked under 30 minutes before, let me see your hand. Even in Domi, there are those who can cook it for 1 hour. Water never boil. Even in Domi. Any other question? Okay.
My question is on the issue of meat.
On the
issue of meat. When a person buys a stronger meat which doesn't boil immediately, what does the person do? And when the velocity of fire is somehow low, especially when you are using stove.
Okay, I think I've answered it before. Before you start cooking, you know the kind of service that your stove or your gas gives you. If your stove is low, start early. All we are trying to do is to beat up time. We want lunch to be eaten at the right time. So if your stove doesn't burn well and fast, and you know it can take 1 hour, start 1 hour ahead of time. So that everybody will land in the university. Whether you went to Margaret Secondary School, or you went to School Road Primary School, on the day of common entrance, all of us go meet. It does not matter where you went to. So if you buy meat, you will know by the time you have steamed the meat. When you have steamed it, when you haven't added water, and you touch it, try to use your spoon or the knife or fork, and you touch, you chook it and you see that it's hard. Ma, take at least 3 grains of beans, 3 or 4. Drop it inside the meat. It will get done in 5 minutes. Beans, yes. Whether brown beans or white beans. But because I use brown, that's what I do. Whatever I do, I need to get information about what I'm doing. So that if there is a result people are getting and I'm not getting it, I should aspire to get it. You can drop 3 or 4. Don't try to use akamu. Some people don't like it. Some people don't tolerate it. Some people, their system will just reject it. But beans is edible. Everybody will eat it. Just take 3. If you don't want to take beans, what do you take? Fork. Take fork, 2 or 3. Wash it well. Put it in the pot and cover it. But I think I'm better with beans. Because this one is iron. Whatever that it brings out, there must be some chemical that I don't know what it is. So what I do is I just use beans. Just take 1, 2, 3, 4 and drop it in the meat and add my hot water. So it will be boiling at the same time. My dear, give it 5-10 minutes. The meat will be done. Any other question? Okay.
Personally, when I want to cook, I wash everything, like vegetable cut, cover, pound everything, cover. So by the time I add that time I use in preparation and time,
It's the same.
might take maybe 45 to 1 hour.
Your own will take more.
Yes, I'll pound my pepper, cover, before I'll then on the stove. So I don't know if it's right.
Okay, she said she will take her time to prepare.
Wash
Before, I think it's faster this way. Do you understand? I think it's fast. I know somebody that before she starts cooking, this is what she does. Chichi, bring me the seats. There are 4. We call it mechanical cooking. Wait no basin. Put the basin here. Bring the water leaf. Start picking it. And the time will be going. And by the time they are done, you will say, wash. What are you doing sitting down? Time is going. It takes 1 hour to prepare for what we just did now. What are you doing? Mommy, I'm preparing for the soup. Be doing it as you're cooking it. That one is faster. There were things we had to get done. But I don't need to get those things ready for me. Those who live with me, no. Ask Oni severally, she has come back with the kids. And by the time she's coming down from she's coming down to dress them up, she'll be asking me, Mommy, when did you cook this thing? And I just said, you are the one that bought it from the market on your way. I just made it now. Mommy, I mean the okra. How did you cut it? The normal way. It was just that I knew that I'm cutting okra, so I'm not doing any other thing. If you enter the bathroom to have your bath, is there any other thing you do? What were you doing? I was shaving. And when I now finished, I now started removing my dress. When I now finished, I now started bathing. I just finished now, 1 hour. And most times I don't understand what they do when they enter the bathroom. So I think it's faster. Because this one will make you be on your toes. And you shouldn't take the whole day preparing to cook. What we just did here now. Any kind of food you're cooking. Okay.
No, some do use the periwinkle.
Yes.
Now you go to market and buy periwinkle and come back to the house, you start preparation. You know that?
What kind of preparation?
Preparation of the soup.
Okay. Is it different from what we did here?
No, but that of periwinkle take a little time.
It doesn't take time.
To cut it and wash.
Okay, you mean the hard one?
Yes.
Okay, sit down. I actually told her, okay, don't bother, get me And that because Sister Olomachi was telling me, Mommy, it is very small. It might not be enough. She has to buy so much. I love to eat this soup now with the periwinkle, the one we didn't bring out, the shell. If you see me cooking, you will end up saying what others say. She has grace. It will shock you that periwinkle will be done together with the soup. In fact, how it is done is what I don't know. But all I know is that maybe if I had finished cooking, cover the garri, if I had finished cooking under 27 minutes, it would have been 30. Because once I bring it back, I will wash it. And you know periwinkle, you have to wash and wash and wash. So you wash very well. You're just washing it, so wash it. Wash and wash and wash and wash. Then, bring it down and cut. By the time you're done cutting it, you know, it got to a point after I had finished cutting the vegetable, I was not doing any other thing because I had settled most of the things I needed to settle. So you can cut it, and if you're using gas, and you cut it, and you start cooking it separate because you won't cook it together. You cook it separate. When it gets done, then remove the water and pour the periwinkle inside the already made stock before you add your water leaf. Okay.
Periwinkle to cook. You know you are cooking tomorrow. You can prepare the periwinkle in the night. You wash it, cut it, and soak it in the water with salt. Then when you are cooking tomorrow, you can now bring it out from the water. You wash it and bring it out and use it. Makes it easier.
Okay. That's a better way. But for me, what I just said now is what I will do. So if this one will be hard on you, this is easier. You get it done in the night, you're welcome. But don't get your water leaf done in the night. Or your ugu. You can get the water leaf, the periwinkle, soak it in warm water and salt. And then tomorrow, it will even help you to wash very well. But if you're cooking, make sure that there's no distraction. What you're doing in the kitchen is just to cook. And to be honest, if you will waste time, at least you will have extra 5 minutes. Yes, you're still on time. So that means somebody can start cooking by 1 and lunch will be eaten by 2. Or 1, okay, maybe because if we have to add periwinkle, and let's say we didn't prepare it overnight, and we have to add it, or just to be on, or you're cooking. Now, what time should dinner be cooked? Can anybody answer? 6 to 7. Dinner should be eaten between 6 to 7. So what time do you cook it? Because on the days of fellowship, the children will come back from school by 4, and you will get them have time. 6, 7 is not realistic. But it is best. A medical doctor said 6, 7, and I want to believe her. It's best because medically it's healthier and safer for you to eat at least 3 hours or 2 hours before you go to bed. But there are at some times that me personally, while lying on the bed, I'm eating sincerely because you are